my junior youth friends. I miss you so much, and I'm so sorry that we haven't been able to be together these last few weeks. And I wanted to touch base with you through a video, and I found a story in the Bible that kind of applies to what we're going through right now. It's a story about Paul. And if you remember, Paul was in prison by the Romans for a really long time, and he couldn't go anywhere. It's kind of like the way we've been stuck at home, being in the quarantine and everything. So let's go into the Bible in the New Testament, in the book of Philippians, and it's going to be chapter 4, and I'm going to start with verse 10, and you can read along with me if you want. And Paul is thanking the people of Philippi for sending him concern and letters and letting him know that they're thinking about him. And Paul answers them by saying, I rejoice greatly in the Lord that at last you renewed your concern for me. Indeed, you were concerned, but you had no opportunity to show it. I'm not saying this because I am in need, for I have learned to be content, whatever the circumstances. I know what it is to be in need, and I know what it is to have plenty. I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether well-fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want. I can do all this through Him who gives me strength. Really reminds me of what we're going through right now. We're separated from each other and can't see our friends and can't see our loved ones, our grandparents, or even being able to go out and go to the park and play. So Paul really knew what that was like, and we can take heart and remember what he says, that even we can do all things through God who strengthens us and cares for us. And even though it's hard right now, God is with us. And I also want you to remember that I had a piece of advice one time, and it really helped me, and I'm going to show it to you here. What does that spell? H-A-L-T, halt. And sometimes, if I'm stuck in a situation that I'm not really excited about or I'm not real happy about, and sometimes that can make you crabby, it can make you grumpy and say things you shouldn't, I always have to remember this word. And each letter of this word represents something. Halt makes me ask myself, am I hungry? Maybe I'm crabby and grumpy because I need something to eat. What's the A stand for? Am I angry? Am I angry that I can't go outside and play with my friends? Am I angry that I have to stay at home and can't go see my grandparents or something like that? Is that how you feel maybe? The L, what does the L stand for? Lonely. Yeah, being stuck at home sometimes can feel lonely. And these things can make you upset and maybe make you angry and say things you shouldn't. And the T stands for tired. Am I tired? Do I need to just take a break? And maybe you could go to your room and you could just read a book or play with Legos or maybe just take a nap. Yeah. So the next time you get frustrated and you get upset because of the quarantine, remember this word, and remember you need to stop, halt, and think about how you're feeling and whether you're taking good care of yourself. Now, one of the things that I like to do to relax is, you know, I like craft projects and I like art and things like that. And you can see I've got my good friend Daisy here beside me. She also cheers me up. And if you have a pet, maybe you can give your little pet a little scratch behind the ears and take a little break and relax. But I also like to do art. And I started a picture here, and it looks a little messy right now, but I think when I get finished, it's going to look really great. I took some painter's tape, and I made it in the shape of a cross. And then I took some sidewalk chalk, which I'm sure all of you have at home, and you can do this on a piece of paper also. And I took my sidewalk chalk and I soaked it in water for a few minutes. And when you do that, it makes the chalk kind of creamy. and it goes on really nicely on your canvas or your paper. And you could color a rainbow, or you could color squares if you wanted to. And so I chose these colors because they do look a lot like a rainbow. And see how it makes it kind of creamy, and it's almost like paint. And once you get all of your canvas covered, let it dry. This is going to be the hard part. You have to wait for a few minutes, let it dry. And then you can peel away the painter's tape, and you'll have a cross in the middle that's white like your canvas with a rainbow behind it. It'll look like it's actually behind the cross. So give this a try at home. Even if you don't have a canvas, just take a white piece of paper and some regular old sidewalk chalk, soak it in a little bit of cold water for a few minutes, and be sure you have a few paper towels around to help clean your fingers with. Give this a try at home, and I want you to send me your pictures and see how they look. You could put them on the Facebook page at church, and I want to see what those pictures look like. And I hope to see you again really, really soon so we can have Sunday school together. I miss you a lot, and I hope to see you soon. I love you. Bye-bye.